Have you ever wondered why God sometimes waits, even when He knows you're hurting? Why He stays silent when one prayer could change everything? Imagine watching someone you love slowly slip away, knowing Jesus could save them. But He never comes. At least, not when you expected Him to. What do you do when the thing you prayed for dies anyway? You believed. You trusted. You held on. And still, it died. The dream died. The marriage died. The hope died. And now you are standing at the tomb of something you loved, wondering where God was, wondering why He did not come sooner. I want to tell you about two sisters who asked that exact question. And what happened when Jesus finally showed up? Today, we're stepping into one of the most emotional stories in the entire Bible. A story that proves God's delay is never God's denial. This is the story of Lazarus. And I believe with everything in me that God put this story in the Bible for you. Right now. In this exact season. It begins in a village called Bethany, just outside Jerusalem. There lived a man named Lazarus and his two sisters, Mary and Martha. These were not strangers to Jesus. They were among His closest and most beloved friends. The kind of friendship where the door is always open. The kind where you sit at His feet for hours. The kind where you know, if I ever need Him, He will come. And then one day, Lazarus got sick. Not a minor sickness. The kind that makes the whole house go quiet. The kind that makes everyone afraid to say what they are thinking. So Mary and Martha did the only thing they knew to do. They sent word to Jesus. Their message was heartbreakingly simple. Lord, the one you love is sick. Not a demand. Not a complaint. Just a gentle plea. The one you love needs you. And then they waited. Can you imagine that waiting? Every sound at the door. Every footstep on the path. Surely He is coming. He loves Lazarus. He would never let him die. But Jesus did not come. Not that day. Not the next. And Lazarus got worse. And then Lazarus died. They wrapped him in burial cloths. They laid him in the tomb. They rolled the stone. And the waiting turned into grief. Now here is the part of this story that I need you to really hear. The Bible tells us that when Jesus received the message, He deliberately waited 2 more days before going. He waited on purpose. Not because He did not care. Not because He was too busy. But because He had a plan that went far beyond what anyone around Him could see. Sometimes God does not stop the thing from dying, because He is already planning the resurrection. When Jesus finally arrived in Bethany, Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days. 4 days. Martha ran out to meet Him. And the very first words out of her mouth were, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. There is so much in that sentence. Pain. Disappointment. Love. Confusion. And an unspoken question that we have all asked. Where were you, God? Why did you not come sooner? Have you ever said those words? Maybe not out loud, but somewhere in the quiet of your heart. Lord, if you had been here, my marriage would not have fallen apart. My child would not have gone that way. My health would not have failed. My dream would not have died. If you had been here. Jesus did not rebuke Martha. He did not tell her she lacked faith. He simply said, "Your brother will rise again." The Bible says in John 11 verse 25, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die." That is not a comfort slogan. That is a declaration of who he is. Then Mary came. She fell at his feet, weeping. And she said the exact same words Martha had said. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." And then, the Bible records something that has moved believers for 2,000 years. It says, Jesus wept. The Son of God, the one who already knew what he was about to do, the one who could have prevented all of this, wept. Not because he had lost hope, but because grief is real, because pain is real, because he does not stand at a distance from our suffering. He enters it. He sits in it with us. He feels what we feel. John 11 verse 35. The shortest verse in the entire Bible. Jesus wept. 2 words. And in those 2 words, everything changes about how we understand God. He is not far away. He is not unmoved. He is not watching your pain from a comfortable distance. He is right there, weeping with you, even when you cannot feel him, even when the silence feels like absence. He is there. This is beyond help. But Jesus looked at her and said, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" They removed the stone. And Jesus looked up to heaven and prayed. And then, in a voice loud enough for everyone to hear, he called out, "Lazarus, come out." And the dead man came out, still wrapped in burial cloths, still bound, but breathing, moving, alive, responding to the voice of the one who called him. And Jesus said, "Unwrap him and let him go. For days dead, already mourned, already given up on." And Jesus spoke. And death had to obey. Because there is no tomb strong enough to hold what God has decided to raise. I need you to hear this today. Whatever has died in your life, whatever you have already mourned, whatever stone has been rolled over, whatever you have stopped praying about, because it felt too far gone, it is not beyond the reach of God. He is the resurrection and the life. Not just for Lazarus, for your dream, for your marriage, for your health, for your purpose, for the thing you quietly buried, because it hurt too much to keep hoping. God specializes in dead things. He spoke to dry bones and they became an army. He opened a barren womb and nations came forth. He walked out of a sealed tomb on the 3rd day. And he called a dead man out of a cave. With one sentence. Your situation is not too dead. Your Lazarus is not too far gone. It has just been waiting. For the moment Jesus shows up. And he is showing up. Right now. In this moment. As you watch this. He is calling your name. Come out. Come out of the grave of disappointment. Come out of the tomb of giving up. Come out of the burial place of broken dreams. Because the same voice that called Lazarus is calling you. And death has no choice but to obey. Before you go, I want to ask you something. Is there a Lazarus in your life right now? Something you have already given up on? Something you stopped believing God could still turn around? Type it in the comments. You do not have to explain it. And let this community stand with you. Because if God showed up for Lazarus, He can show up for you too. Share this video with someone whose situation feels dead. Someone who needs to know. It is not over. Subscribe to God Showed Up. For weekly Bible stories, guided prayers and testimonies. Of a God who never stops working. Because He still shows up. God showed up.